I'm
Not the
Shane.
baby. I'm Glory.
And I'm fucking hilarious.
Okay, that was your best opener. That was
I
great.
agree. We're gonna talk about music, obviously.
Why is this so slow? Okay, sorry.
Glory, how was your week this past week?
My week this past week.
This past week, I'd like to hear about your week from this past week.
It was fine. Here, I'll talk about my weekend was great.
You talk about your bike?
I got a bike. I'm
Glory
so
got a
happy.
bike.
Yeah, I'm biking now. It's so much fun. I love my bike. It's good.
God, it's so true.
Yeah. How about you? You told me you biked a while back. How'd that go?
I biked like a month ago.
That was a month ago?
It was forever ago, yeah.
Oh, it was when we went on our break.
Yeah, whenever that was, I don't know.
I don't know when that was.
I don't fucking know, but
well,
this past weekend, I started a new job. That was exciting. I started door dashing too. That's awful.
Ooh. Oh wait, you got another one on top of door dashing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the people that bought the last place, I'm going to work for them now.
You got it!
I think so. I mean, I'm going back in next week for training, or this week now. I don't fucking... Time is a myth.
I'd hope you'd get it, unless they're just like, no, we're just seeing how good you could train.
Yeah, we're going to see how good your knife skills are and then fire you.
Yeah.
Door dashing sucks. Tip your driver, because I had to grab a delivery from a virtual restaurant. Didn't know that those existed, and then just didn't get tipped for it. So
that's horrible.
Well, but like the way it was set up in the app is I didn't have the chance to decline it because they bundled two together, so I didn't see that they weren't tipping until I already had made the delivery.
So do you only get paid in tips?
No, there's base pay too. Glory, we've had this exact conversation before.
I know, but it's like, no, it's just, it sucks. But I'm just like, wait, so like, did you just not get paid for that? It's just because it was bundled together. I was like, okay.
No, I got paid for it, just not nearly enough.
I was about to say, that's a scam. You should probably get out of there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So, tunes this past week. I'm gonna start with those tunes. It's been so long since we've done one of these.
What is happening?
We do.
It's been a week.
It's been so long, Gloria. A whole week.
Oh my god.
I forgot how to function.
Okay.
Origami Angel dropped an album, Gami Gang. Shit fucking bangs, bro.
Honestly, each song was a banger. There wasn't like one bad song on the album. It's a double LP or something. I don't know.
It was done in less than an hour.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Exactly, and I didn't look up, and I wasn't like, this is taking too long. Each song was very good, and it kept you like, it was good. Yeah, I've forgotten how to speak as well.
Yeah,
it was good.
One of those days. The album flowed really well.
Yes,
like it was kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
but still flowed. Like, didn't miss a beat. No transitions or anything to have to flow into the next song. It was just banger after banger. And 20 songs later, you're like, oh shit, that was really fucking good. Let me listen to that again.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs is one of the singles. I can't remember, but it has like a little twinkly moment. It's the best thing ever, and I think
all
they
about
should
those
do that
twinkles.
more. It's so good. It's so magical. I love it.
You could go listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as well. You get the same experience.
Absolutely not. They sold out. I can't listen to that.
Twinkle Little Star. You think the Wiggles did a cover of that song? I'm sure they have.
Oh well, obviously a banger.
Obviously.
Have you heard Toot Toot Big? I don't.
Toot Toot Chugga Chugga Big Red Car, dude. That's my favorite Wiggles song. How
I know
have
it is.
I not
That's why
heard about it?
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Yeah, I remember you ranted about that on like the year review of albums, and you're like, oh my, and we still got them.
Yep, and we still talk to Emma.
Yeah. Hi Emma, we love you.
Hi Emma, if you're watching.
The Undertaking released a new album, Funeral Psalms.
I like this. Pretty good.
Yeah, this is pretty good. It's a bit heavy. I don't, as I just mentioned before, I like twinkle stuff. So this isn't my cup of tea per se, but for what it is, it's very solid.
I think my favorite part about this was the vocal delivery. There was something about it that like kept my attention the entire way. I don't know. I was like, chef's kiss, you know.
Yeah, of course. That's always good.
But I enjoyed the record as well. I snap out of it, bro. I don't know
what's going on tonight.
I'm struggling
it's
to talk.
Okay. It's a it's a long episode. You'll get it eventually.
Gojira dropped an album, Fortitude, more like Fortnite. Am I right?
That was so bad, dude. That was such a stretch.
Like Fortnite.
We're only 3 in, dude.
I'm trying to create the giggles, bro. Gotta get the giggles going.
This was heavy. This was too heavy. This is where I draw the line.
What, you didn't like this?
No, I wasn't a fan.
I haven't.
Like it's just not my genre. That's the thing. It's just not my genre.
I hadn't liked what I heard of Gojira because I had seen them live in like what 2019, whenever shows were still a thing.
I don't
with
know.
Slipknot, and I tried listening to them. I was like, this is way too fucking heavy. Like, this is not for me. And then this album cycle started, and I was like, okay, we're gonna talk about Gojira because we can.
Why not?
And we did, and I enjoyed this record. A little slow paced in some spots. I don't get that like whole section of metal that's like a little too slow for my taste. And like, isn't metal
like,
supposed to be in
guys,
your
let's
face?
Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, and it
Let's
feels like
take
I'm listening to an indie artist. Like, what the fuck is going on? So there were certainly parts of that in this album, but I thought for the most part it was pretty good. I've seen a lot of people ranting and raving about it online. So I guess that's always a good thing.
Mixed crowd, yeah.
Mixed crowd.
Right. Well, that's fair. I mean, you know, people are always going to be hypercritical about big artist stuff.
So true, bestie.
Royal Blood put out a new album, Typhoons. I thought this was a banger as well. Still, it's not my genre. Still good though.
I don't know. I see a lot of people talk about Royal Blood, and we had on the playlist, we had this stacked right up against the Citizen EP that came out.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the shit flowed perfectly into the Citizens EP, like the Citizens EP, and then this album started. I was like, wait a minute, am I still listening to Citizen or am I listening to Royal Blood? No,
completely.
I wasn't listening to either. Actually, I was just Waterparks.
You were still listening to
playing.
Gojira.
No, Waterparks just started playing in the middle of it.
As they should. As they should.
But I enjoyed this album. I looked it up. I was like, okay, what genre is this? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking hate this, like alt rock or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So that's always a positive there.
Yeah, it's always good, you know, finding stuff in genres that you usually don't like and being like, you know what, this is actually, I can vibe with this.
I can vibe with this. It was the better of the two alt rock albums that we'd talk about this week. And that next one is Manchester Orchestra's album, The Million Masks of God. Why'd you give me the pog face? What, did you enjoy this?
I didn't realize I did the pog face. Sorry. Ooh, this album, I'm gonna get my 2 cents out first. I thought it was good. I think this is the Dan and Phil band. I could be wrong. There was one band that like made them like start talking when they first met online, or it might be another one. I don't know.
There's a lot of bands out there, Glory.
There are a lot of bands out there. I'm pretty sure it's Manchester Orchestra, but I was just like, this is the band that got you guys talking. Like, no offense to the band, it's not my style. It was slow. It was in that weird middle ground where it's like it wants to be kind of like alternative, but it's just kind of sticking in the same lane. It was a little weird for me, and it felt like it was dragging on near the end, so I just kind of skipped it. Like I only had like 3 songs left, but it was just like it lost my interest. That was it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I did think that at certain points this album was like really good, but for the most part I was like, okay, this shit's a snooze fest. Like 5-minute songs and shit. Like most of these songs on the album were like 4+ minutes. I'm like, who the fuck has time for this? Honestly.
Not me.
It was it was more the flow of the album than anything, because you can make a 4-minute track and make it an absolute banger.
Yeah, didn't Origami Angel have like a 4-minute track? They had some long tracks on there.
I don't know. But I don't know. Indifferent about this record, to be honest.
I just didn't like it.
I don't know. I'm just indifferent to it. I mean, it's not going to be on the daily rotation or even on the once in a lifetime rotation. It's on the
it was a one-time
record came out this year. No way.
Oh, whoa! You just listened to it to just say, yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I've definitely heard of it. You know, maybe heard a couple of songs off it.
Yeah.
In my passing, you know.
Eternal Boy released an album, Bad Days Are Over.
Fucking banger.
So true, solid. This album is fantastic. I love them so much.
This album perfectly encapsulates what people are looking for right now and why the pop punk revival is happening, which is like that nostalgia of the early 2000s. This album perfectly encapsulates it without a Travis Barker feature.
God bless.
I would say that was a bonus.
Cool down. Travis Barker needs a cool down right now because everybody is using him in all of the songs, and it's just losing the, oh my god, they got Travis Barker. It's just kind of like, wait, they have Travis Barker too.
We could get Travis Barker to feature on a tune.
Dude, we could get Travis Barker to feature on the podcast, and he'd be like, sure, how much are you paying us?
How much
you
paying
nothing.
us? 2 pennies
and a nickel.
Yeah. The nickel in there.
I just think Eternal Boy should have kept their original name, which was what was it, Space Pimps? Or something?
Yeah, the original band name, Space Pimps.
I think they should have kept that, and I think it would have been so much better. But other than that, good, very good.
But speaking of Eternal Boy, we interviewed Rishi about the album.
That's one of my favorite interviews.
The interview just devolved into chaos in the middle.
It was amazing.
They just started asking us questions, and I'm like, well, we have to finish the interview
about the album. And they were good questions too. It's not just like the, I don't know what it
How
meant.
did you start the podcast? How did you guys meet? Where do you live? How old are you?
How old are you?
I don't know, 24.
What's your full name?
My social security number.
Here it is. Tier 1.
Over the Weather dropped an EP, Party Socks, more like banger. I said it when we talked about
such a bad episode. I'm sorry, dude.
I said it when we talked about their single as well. I'm enjoying their new sound an awful lot. A lot more than the album sound.
Or like banger.
More like banger.
So
but it's not that their album was bad in any regard. It was very good. Mm-hmm. Even if it came out on the same day as Slipknot's album. But this EP is much more my style and something that I would be like, oh, hey, let me go listen to that. So stream it. The name's funny too. They told us.
The name is funny. Yeah. They explain it in the interview that we're dropping
this week. I don't fucking know when.
I think it's tomorrow.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know, but we're dropping it soon, and it was a lot of fun. So go watch that. I really enjoyed this EP. It's solid. I keep using solid tonight.
Running out of buzzwords to use.
Yeah. It was a banger. No,
I already said that.
It was
already
funky.
Said more like banger. Funky little tune. Ooh, yeah.
Tune. It was a funky little tune.
Ooh, yeah. Woo,
Listen,
yeah.
Stream Party Socks.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I love you. Streamed a new EP. Put out a new EP, Internet Breath. This EP, I would just like to go off on this EP for a second. This EP is so like, it's so good. I love it so much. It's getting so much attention right now, and it deserves all of it. And genuinely.
Like, why are there's so many major publications talking about this EP? It's fucking crazy, man. Like, most major publications could not give less of a shit about the bedroom pop project.
DIY in general. And they just
like I saw like 3 or 4 on the timeline this morning. I was like, God damn, okay.
Dude, Hey I Love You needs to like blow up right now. Because this EP is going to take them places. It's like, it's so bright because of all the little Nintendo things. It's love it so much. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
It's very good. And it's like, I've listened to a couple of like, I guess, what is it called? Like the Nintendo Core artists or whatever.
Nintendo Core.
And it's never been my kind of style. But when I first heard this EP, when we interviewed Caleb, I was like, okay, no, wait, no, this shit's good. Like, this is done well. So I'm glad it's getting the attention that it is because it deserves it. 100%. I hate that we said that at the same time.
We got a sub.
Heyo, thank you.
Thank you.
So keep in touch.
Gator Girl, thank you. That's the person. No, that's the person who is up. Sorry.
Keep in touch. Dropped an EP, Scrapbook 1, not to be confused with Scrapbook 3. Skipping over 2 because it's funny that way. I'm really running out of jokes tonight, Glory.
Dude, you're just. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at it next week.
Better luck next year. We're giving up this year.
We're just skipping.
Throwing in the towel. I enjoyed the CP. There were a bunch of songs I'm sure that were released as singles and everything. I didn't look at the EP and then look to see what had already been released. Were a couple of songs not out before the EP came out?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think
Usually
so.
they
Track
do
list
that.
looks
Usually-
longer than the actual EP is. Or
Exactly,
track
yeah.
yeah,
I
looks
get what
longer
you're
than how many
saying,
people. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
how
stop
many
speaking
Dude,
before
it's okay. It's okay. I've only heard before this EP. I've only heard the one song that we interviewed them about, which I think is "Doubting Myself." It's what is that true? Is that right?
Doubting myself. One of those.
I think it's "Doubt Myself." That single we spoke to them about. I thought it was really good. When Shane added their EP to the playlist, I was very excited because I think I knew it was coming, but I just forgot because we constantly get music thrown at us. So it's just like, yo, sick. EP from Keep in Touch. This was very good. Before I heard the single that we spoke to them about, all I heard from them was like all the covers and stuff they've done, because they're always on our timeline with, oh, we're gonna cover this cute little ditty and we're gonna make it great. And I'm like, you're doing great.
Their Twitter presence is cool.
They have a killer fan base too.
They're crushing it on the Twitter regard.
Yeah, which is kind of what bands, as we've said before, that's like the biggest thing a band can do right now, is to just build their online presence. You can't just kind of be a ghost, because then people have nothing to like follow up on.
So true. You drop music and they're like, hey, you drop music? No, I didn't. Nope. If you don't have social media. But yeah, I enjoyed the CP as well. Yeah. I had listened to their entire discography, including This Is Not a Song.
As you should.
Before we interviewed them, I was like, okay, this shit's groovy, and then I saw the EP on the timeline.
Groovy, that's a new one.
Groovy, yeah, new
I got
groovy
funky,
buzz.
you got groovy.
Yeah, so true. And I saw the EP on the timeline when they announced it, and then forgot about it, as I do with everything else.
Yeah.
And it showed up on my Spotify, out of all things, but not in new releases for you. It was at the top. There was like new release from Keep in Touch. It's some new shit that they're doing, that they like highlight a new release of an artist you've listened to, but they won't put it in your new releases for you. It's the dumbest shit. The Attila song keeps on popping up.
Not the Attila song. Oh,
it kind of bangs though. We'll get into that later though.
Well.
So I was like, let me add that before I forget about it again. And I'm glad I did, because the EP was good. That was the long-winded story to say the EP was good.
It's good. Banger. It's a very good one. And as I was
words are hard tonight, man. It's okay.
As I was saying about the covers, they really do have their sound kind of smacked down, that they're able to take a random song like Defenseless. They covered Defenseless by Louis Tomlinson. You tagged me in it. And I was like, oh my God, you could still relate it back to the original, where it doesn't sound like completely different, but it has their twist on it, which is so cool, because then even with their own original songs, it still sounds like they're covers, because it's still their own sound. I love that. So that was my thing. Action Adventure dropped a new EP, Pulling Focus. Banger. I really enjoyed this.
Banger.
I really enjoyed this.
We got this EP sent to us early, and we interviewed the band. It's not out yet, obviously, but
not yet.
Spoiler, we did it.
We did, and it was fun. I really enjoyed that EP. And the interview, Lord.
The EP too. But in that interview, I told them, I was like, okay, so I was listening to the EP because that's my job. And the funny little service that they send the previews over on just loops it immediately. And by the time I realized that it was looping, I was halfway done with the EP and just decided, fuck it, I'm going to finish it. So I listened to the EP twice and enjoyed it both times. And I listened to it a third time, and this shit bangs.
It still bangs.
Like, really good. I hope it doesn't like fly under people's radar.
Everybody needs to pay attention to Action Adventure right now,
because they're going to be killing it.
Public service announcement. Yeah.
So true. Kulik dropped an acoustic EP, Sitting in a Quiet Coffee House.
I love that name.
I love the name. I like the EP. I like how he kind of stripped down the songs and kind of his take on a stripped down version of those songs from the album. But as I said, when he released that first single and didn't put acoustic next to it, I just thought it was a new song. So docking point right there. But,
you got clickbaited.
But other than that, I enjoyed this.
I thought this was fine. It's an acoustic EP. I'm not one for acoustics anymore. I used to be before we
The
went ham on
panini
the podcast.
before the
Yeah, before the
panini
panini.
hit.
I used to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to an acoustic EP today, and I'm gonna like it."
What
And
is
now I'm
wrong
just
with
like,
you?
God, not another acoustic EP. But this was good because Kulik has his own way of making stuff good. I don't know what I'm saying right
Making
now.
good
It was really
noise.
good. Oh my God,
Look
making
at
good
that.
noise. Lord, I'm going to fall asleep. Citizen released a bonus track, whatever this was. They released an EP, but it's with alternative versions of songs with the original version, and I think like one new song, I don't know, called Glass Mix 1. And this was fine because it's just the regular versions of like two songs and then alternative versions of it, which sound still kind of similar but not completely the same. It was fine, it's just Citizen doing silly things.
Their album that they dropped earlier this year, what, in like March or whatever, April, I don't know, time's not real.
I'm pretty sure it was April.
Was really good.
Yeah.
And this I like what they're doing with this EP, and I'm not sure if there's more coming because like mix 1, but I don't know if there's gonna be mix 2.
I'm
mix
pretty
3.
sure it's gonna be a mix too.
Yeah. So I like that, and I think that the alternate versions are super cool. But it was cool to kind of like have on the EP. I didn't notice it until you just said it, that it was the alternative version, and then at the end was the original version.
It's backwards, actually.
Well,
it's the main and then alternative. But yeah.
Whatever was on the EP.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until after the fact. So thanks for pointing that out. You can see how closely I listen to music.
Oh, seriously, we take our job.
Machine Gun Kelly and Kellen Quinn dropped the dullest song I've ever heard. Love Race.
So
this shit was awful.
bad.
Next question.
Lord, yeah, it's just bad.
It was fucking
like, it's
garbage.
Just, like, it doesn't. You should don't even listen to it. I was gonna say you have to listen to it to know. Just take it from us. It's bad. It's horrible.
It was just so dull. Like, I don't know why it was so dull, because every single thing that Kellen Quinn is featured on
has been okay.
Has been for the most part pretty good, because he'll bring out his voice is iconic, and his energy and everything.
Yeah,
it's great. But when you take Machine Gun Kelly, who every single that this man has put out has been the dullest shit.
Horrible.
I only like the album because somehow he's tolerable when you put him in an album setting. I don't know how he's able to pull that off, make the dullest music and make it sound somewhat decent in an album. But that's what he does, because this song was just garbage, man.
His only good song is Bloody Valentine. And it's so flat. It feels empty. It feels hollow.
Well, that's because his vocals are flat.
His vocals are terrible. I don't know why I even thought he was good. Well, he was okay as a rapper. But did you see his stage presence?
Why did he just kind of
like hop there? It's so. Also, why did he do a maxed out arena in a pandemic? Kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie. And doesn't that go against like everything, like punk or whatever?
Because he's the furthest thing from punk, glory.
I know, but he's trying to say he's punk.
So were the tramp stamps, and we saw how that ended up.
Not the tramp stamps.
The tramp stamps.
Not the tramp stamps.
Really hope that EP still comes out.
I'm pretty sure it is. They're still. What, you think they're just gonna leave that? You know how much money went into that?
Yeah, they're gonna just evaporate.
No, they're gonna drop it and then they're gonna leave, or they're gonna be like, "It's our comeback. We're gonna show you that we're actually pop punk.
That we actually suck really hard."
It's horrible. Don't come on the pod. Atreyu dropped a new single, Catastrophe. To be completely, I usually would like use music to kind of remind me like which song's which. I don't remember this one off the top of my head. So
Atreyu has been like hit or miss with the singles they put off this record so far. My favorite has been the Travis Barker feature, Surprise Surprise.
Oh, that's the
as much as we just talked about how Travis Barker needs to stop doing features with everyone under the sun. That song was very good, mostly because Travis Barker added something to it. And like their singles have been all over the place. This one I enjoyed. I think it's my second favorite, because it had like butt rock tendencies, but fucking hate that word.
You whispered that like a secret. It's like, well, it has like
butt rock tendencies. But it wasn't like fully butt rock, you know. Which
it's like you're trying to convince yourself it was a good song.
No, it's like
it wasn't bad.
It's the best parts. It was the best of both worlds. You had butt rock and metalcore blending together to make a great song. And I don't know how I feel about this album that's coming out in June in the slightest. I just fucking... They just should have Travis Barker drum on the entire album because...
Just like Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, but Machine Gun Kelly sucks.
Machine Gun... Like... okay. That's all I have to say. I hate Machine Gun Kelly.
First in Flight dropped a single, Skeletons, They Do Not Miss.
This was so good. I love First in Flight. And I made sure that this was the band that I wanted to... because, you know, there are a lot of flight bands. So I'm like, is this First in Flight? It is. I love First in Flight.
There's a lot of first bands. There's a lot of flight bands.
There's a lot of in bands.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
Y'all gotta pick new words to combine.
Literally. Like, make up your own words now. It's getting old, guys.
Gloobity globbity.
Banger.
Skippity dippity boopity.
Wonderful.
Making band names here on the spot. Anyways,
dude,
this song was good. Very good. We interviewed them forever ago about their song Scarlet. I know you very much enjoyed Scarlet.
I streamed Scarlet. It was on my all-time chart for like 2020. I'm pretty sure.
God
it was
damn.
on like my top 10 or something. I streamed it that much. It was like under Watch What Happened Next or something, which I streamed like 400 times.
Yeah, but
500.
This was I went back and listened to that after the song came out. I was like, God damn, they've grown a lot.
They're so good.
They're so good. They really
like
are.
Even as you said, they've grown a lot, but even their old, it's not like they've grown a lot where it's like their new stuff makes their old stuff bad. It's still good, but you could just see how much better they've gotten.
The growth, man.
How far can they go?
The blow up is any day now.
I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited. House and Home dropped a new single, Empty Handed.
I put this on here to appease Mads because she texted me and told me I should listen to House and Home. I'm like, okay, House and Home simp. This song was good. I very much enjoyed this track. And I'm glad Mads put me on to them.
Yeah. They popped up on my recommended because they're Virginia. I'm pretty sure they're Richmond.
I think so.
I'm like, yo, that's not that far from me. So let's see how good you guys are. You guys are good. You didn't disappoint. I'm so happy all the Virginia bands are finally popping up to us now, because now I'm like, yo, it's not all like metalcore bands. Because when I first went out looking for like Virginia bands when we first started, because I was like, we have a bunch of New Jersey bands already. Let's look for some Virginia bands. It was literally all like deathcore. So I was like, no. And then we found Pulses. And I was like,
so true.
Good. So yeah, this is good. I'm happy everybody's finally coming out of their caves. And, like,
putting out music. Yeah, so true. Attila dropped a single, Metalcore Manson. Before we talk about the song, I would like to say, am I the only one that thinks the song title is in poor taste, considering what just went down with Marilyn Manson and is probably still going down? I just haven't been covering it.
Yeah.
So I can't be the only one that thinks that.
No, I completely agree. It's a little cringe.
Little strange, a little cringe. But yeah, I didn't think that this song was bad, honestly. I've been listening to a little bit of Attila, which is an awful thing to admit because they're garbage. They suck so hard. But I don't know, man. Like, I've been listening to their song Middle Fingers Up a bunch, and like, damn, that shit kind of go hard. Like, it's not supposed to go that hard, but it kind of goes hard. But I've liked all the singles off this record they're putting out in July so far.
So you're an Attila stan now.
I'm not an Attila stan, Glory. I just listened to like
you're a butt rock stan and an Attila stan.
I'm not a butt rock stan, Glory. I don't listen to butt rock.
You do.
Don't say that to the fact that I
went to a Corey Taylor concert.
The live stream. The live stream where I tried to justify that the album wasn't that bad after hearing it live. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
so bad. Spirit Box dropped a new single, Circle With Me.
This shit's a banger, man. I like this a lot.
I thought it was good. Sorry,
like,
I'm
the last single they put out, Constance or whatever the hell it was. I didn't like it all that much, but Holy Roller was a fucking banger, and this song also was. They've got an album coming out later this year, God only knows when.
As they should.
And like they're marked as like the 2021 metal breakout band of the year by like every major publication ever. And I'm like, well, can we get Courtney on the podcast before they blow up, or like is that not allowed?
Yeah.
Free Throw dropped a single, Down and Out, and this there's been 2 singles so far, right, for the album.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I have
however
no
many
clue.
singles there have been, this one is my favorite. So good.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just listening to you now. Sorry. Yeah, this was good. I enjoyed it. I have nothing else to say. I'm simply just here now. Honey put out a new single, Xbox Lover. But Lover is spelled Luvr.
I enjoyed this song as well. My favorite of the 2 Honey singles that have come out in 2021. Very good. So true. Sam keeps on talking about them and telling me I gotta listen to more of them.
Oh, Sam.
And no.
Simply no. Yeah, this is good. I'm just speeding along now. Your turn.
See You Space Cowboy dropped a single, Painting a Clear Picture from an Unreliable Narrator.
Long name.
Shit bangs. Okay, shit bangs. And excited for the split they're doing with If I Die First. This is obviously a single off that. We've only got 2 songs left, so there better not be any more singles because there's only 1 more song left from each band. I'll be very mad. That's all.
Oh, okay. It was too heavy for me.
Weak.
That was it. I thought it was fine. It's too heavy. Shallow Pools dropped a new single, It's Alright. I thought this was a banger. Obviously.
They don't miss. They really don't miss.
It's terrifying because it's like they literally haven't put out a bad song in the entire time we've been covering them. Same with Glimmers. It's just like these people are like untouchable. It's terrifying how they haven't taken over the world yet.
And if they ever do put out a bad song, that's the day I will weep on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but not
I do
like
that
publicly.
Anyway. No,
Yeah.
Publicly weep on Twitter.
This was so bad. Why would you guys even release this?
Don't drop any stinkers, guys.
Yeah. We have a no stinker policy.
No stinky stinkies.
Yep.
I can smell
even
it from
though we
over
just
here.
covered MGK.
Well, that was just so that we could tell him it sucked and hope he watches it
You know,
6
bash
years down
on
the
him.
line.
Yeah. Hate you, MGK.
2 Eyes Open and Cheer Up Dusty dropped a single, Ode to New Grounds. This was good as well.
I thought this was I really like what Cheer Up Dusty is doing right now. When I say what they're doing, I mean being active again. I don't know, it's nice having them on the release radar,
being
again,
active and doing full band things.
Yes.
And not that acoustic EP they put out in 2019,
which wasn't bad. It's just like we've already we've already said how we're not that fond of acoustic stuff anymore. But yeah, this was good. I enjoyed this. I thought it was awesome. Genius X9 and Grandson put out a new single, Feelings. I thought this was okay. It's not really what I expected, but it was fine.
It was not the worst thing I've heard. It seems like Grandson's going to be doing something similar to Travis Barker and putting out a shit ton of features. Because like there's been at least like 4 or 5 Zoom call screenshots I've seen on Twitter that he's posted. I'm like, dude, are you just doing like writing sessions with people, or like you dropping songs with everyone? Because like he was in a writing session or like a call with Dallin from I don't know how. Like how the hell is that gonna work? Like a feature like that ain't gonna fucking work at all, in the slightest.
No, but I mean I'm new Dallin content, so like sure,
but. Yeah. I mean, the song was all right. Not what I was expecting out of Grandson, though, or like something that Grandson would collab on.
No, it's definitely. It took me by surprise. Definitely, yeah.
Waterparks.
You have to say this like how he does in the song.
Waterparks dropped a single. You'd be paranoid too if everyone was out to get you. And This song was obviously great because it's Waterparks.
It's Waterparks.
And they only missed once, and that was with Snow Globe.
Actually, no. I'm starting to like Snow Globe now. I really enjoy it now. Like the intro of just the descending piano, banger.
What?
They only missed with like nothing. They don't miss ever, except Airplane Conversations. They missed heavily with that, but it's okay. They're here now.
My problem with Snow Globe is that it's like all the other songs have been just heavy as shit, like for a water park standpoint, and like
they did metalcore.
Snow Globe is just like this vibe song, and like when you put them all on, like when you go to listen to the tiny EP that's on Spotify, the 4 singles right now, it's like I just want to skip Snow Globe, man. Like I don't know.
I'm now a Snow Globe stan, so I'm a little. Even though I was like, this song sucks.
I think that you should get help personally.
No. Actually, okay. So my ranking right now: Numb, Snow Globe, Paranoid, Low Key as Hell.
Horrible ranking, 0 out of 10.
What's your ranking?
Numb, the new single, Low Key as Hell, Snow Globe.
Trash rating.
10 out of 10. Horrible. Will not take
help.
Any other answers. Numb is still one of the best water park songs.
It's
ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
By far.
This song was very good, and the only reason why it's not number 1 for me personally is because
Numb exists.
Numb was the only song out of the 4 that have come out. Well, I mean, technically Low Key as Hell as well. I didn't have to do this, but it took a couple of listens to be like, okay, no, wait, this doesn't suck. Because I had that problem with like every single song off Fandom where I listened to it once and was like, no, wait, this sucks.
I thought you were that way with Snow Globe. I thought you had to listen to it a couple times for you.
Yeah.
That's what you said on the podcast.
Yeah,
and then you sent it to your friend, and your friend was like, wait, what'd you made me do? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, this it took a couple of listens, that song and this one. But like Numb was instant off the bat. I was like, yeah, no, wait, this shit fucks.
So good.
So that's the only reason why this one's second on the ranking. But
so probably next time they release something, it'll be number 1.
Well, I mean, hopefully the next time they release something, it's the album in 17 days or however many
Austin's
days.
Gonna slip out like 2 more singles.
I fucking hope not. I hope it's like one more during release week and that's it. But the album, counting down the days, guys, spent a lot of money on that shit.
Yeah, you spent way too much money.
A lot of money on that album.
Like how much? What's how much?
I don't want to know, honestly.
Yeah. It's probably like 200.
I've stopped. It's way more than that, Glory. It's like,
oh yeah, because shipping alone on that one vinyl was like $60 total, right?
No, I didn't buy that one. The UK exclusive, because I think it was just the indie exclusive, but from the UK.
I hope it is.
I also didn't have a job at that point, so I wasn't spending that much money. But yeah, I hope the album is good. Someone just gifted a sub, and you got it. So Gloria is currently subbed to us.
As I should.
Thank you, Two Eyes Open, for gifting a sub.
Thank you, Two Eyes Open. Oh, okay. Stand Atlantic and Nothing Nowhere released a new single, Death Wish. I thought this was okay. I didn't expect this from Stan Atlantic. I thought it was fine. I just think I have a thing against Nothing Nowhere.
You really thought that this song was just okay? This song could beat me over the head, take my lunch money, and I'd still thank it. This song is so fucking good. Easily the best thing that Stan Atlantic has put out so far. Easily.
Are you serious?
Yup. Easily.
You take that back.
No, easily the best thing Stan Atlantic has put out. Like Pink Elephant, amazing album, their best album yet. But this takes what they did with Pink Elephant, all the great parts of Pink Elephant, put it into a song and say, here's the next step. And then added Nothing Nowhere on there, and he mumbled over like a verse. And but this is easily their best work. And I really hope that like this is coming out of it, like that this is part of an album or something, because I could take this all day. I'd eat this shit up every single day of the week.
This is definitely a part of an album or an EP, because you're not just going to have a single with Nothing Nowhere and only have it as a single. This is going to bundle in with something else. So I hope their next album or EP, whatever they drop, sounds like this, because I thought it was great. I like Stan Atlantic's part. I just didn't like Nothing Nowhere's part.
I don't know. I just thought that he blended in well enough to like make me not hate it, because I saw they were doing a song with Nothing Nowhere. I was like, oh sweet Jesus fuck.
This.
And then it came out. I was like, okay, no wait, this bangs, and he doesn't completely ruin the song, so that's a positive as well.
That's great.
Topiary Creatures dropped a single a couple weeks ago that we missed, September 9th, 2020. This song is a departure from the album that they put out last year. I was not expecting this after hearing that record.
Yeah.
But it was good. I enjoyed it. They're another band that can't miss, I don't think.
No. This is my favorite Taupe Creech song, I think. And I have the album. I listen to it every now and then on vinyl. It's their sound is so good. Everybody needs to listen to Taupe Creech because their music is ridiculously good for the size that they are, that it's remarkable. I'm surprised every single time they put something out. Like, even for their live set. It was
had people
magical.
drooling over it.
Oh my god, the entire chat was just like, this is free?
It was free?
Like, oh my god.
This is
I love
DIY?
Topiary Creatures. Like, literally, it was so... I love this song so much. I need, what is it, like would it be like a 3-inch vinyl? I need a vinyl of this. I would take a vinyl of this. Thank
So
you.
true.
God bless. Starset dropped a new single, Infected. I don't think I remember anything of it.
This song fucking bangs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Rayanne, our old co-host, was very into Starset. Went on a rant about Starset in one of the very early episodes and taught us a lot about Starset. And I don't remember any of it. I remember it happening. So they've always kind of been like a band to watch out for, but not something I listen to on the regular. And I saw the song came out. I was like, oh shit, okay, new Starset. And this shit bangs. I hope it's leading up to an album or something. Because I'll finally be able to get into them if I follow along an album cycle. So this song was good. I keep on hearing Dustin say Infected in my head now, and I'm going to snap. Like Moths to Flames dropped a couple of singles, Ballistic and Inherit the Tragedy. Basilisk?
Oh my god. It's not ballistic because
it's not?
There's BAS.
Ah, man.
How do you say that? Lord,
sucks.
We're both tired. I'm pretty sure it's Basilisk because it's a giant serpent. Yeah, okay. Basilisk.
Then that song and Inherit the Tragedy. I really fucking suck at this job. These songs were both very good, even if I can't pronounce the name of one of them. And I've been listening to them a shit ton. Like, that album came out in October, and I was like, okay, this is cool, and then didn't give a fuck about it for like a month, and it's been like on a constant rotation since I started listening to it.
Wow.
And it's very good, and I enjoyed both these songs as well.
Solid. I thought these were fine. I'm not a like Moths to Flames person, like for music wise, but Shane is, so that's great.
They follow us on Twitter.
He liked it. Follow, literally, please.
No, they do.
It's just not my genre. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. That's crazy. Yeah, I thought it was fine. You know, it's just not my cup of tea, but it's Shane's, so that's cool. Billie Eilish dropped a new single, Your Power. This is completely different from her album, and it was like, okay. Even from her most recent single, why am I looking at you? You don't know it.
Yeah, why the hell would I know?
It's the one where she's in the mall for the music video.
I haven't watched a music video either.
I know, but that one. For the people listening, it's that one. I'm pretty sure that was the most recent single she put out. And it's nothing like that. So it's a bit slower. Just a bit slower.
I want to describe it as Phoebe Bridgers' core.
I agree.
Like, that's kind of what she's doing now. And that doesn't make it bad necessarily. I don't like Phoebe Bridgers at all.
So it makes it bad for you.
Yeah, I don't personally like the song at all. But I know that there's a shit ton of people that do.
Oh god, yeah. She broke like 3 records when she posted like her photos yesterday or today.
God damn.
And I was like, geez, I forget how big she is, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's like she took such a 180 from that record that she put out.
That you still haven't listened to.
I wasn't planning on it.
You need to.
But from what I've heard of it and singles after that album came out, she did a complete 180. Not something I was expecting, like, in the slightest.
No.
But it's what's popular right now. outside of what she was also doing, which is also popular right now.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to make this move if that's the kind of music she wants to be making.
Honestly, whatever she does, because she's that big now, she has that much of influence.
Massive.
She could literally do like a party rock trap beat and
Well, I
like
think that
mumble
she,
over
I
it
think
and
that
do
she
whatever.
should do that because party rock needs to come back.
Party rock needs to come back.
Party rock.
LMFAO.
No, party rock. Their genre party rocking.
Oh, the genre party rocking. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she needs to revive that genre 100%.
I need more
She could
music to
literally
shuffle
do
to.
whatever. You've run out of music to shuffle to?
Well, I mean, there is the shuffle song Party Rock Anthem.
Of course.
So I need another I need Party Rock Anthem too. We need
I need
LMFAO
party
back.
rock. LMFAO come back. Isn't it their 10-year anniversary this year? Or was that last year?
The song's 10-year anniversary was this year. That song's 10-year anniversary.
Okay, well they need to come back this year and release Party Rock 2.
Party Rock 2. Sorry for Party
Sorry
Rock
for
in
Party
part
Rocking
2.
2.
All right, on that note, we're done. Set in the Motion dropped a single like almost a month ago. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I like the guitar riff on this song a lot.
Definitely.
Like
it's not my favorite single.
No, not my favorite single.
My Back Hurts is my favorite single.
Whichever one I almost crashed my car to was my favorite song so
Call
far.
Away.
Okay, that one.
I think it was that one.
But I like the guitar riff on this one, which still makes it a banger. I mean, the song doesn't miss anyway, but that guitar riff, man.
It kind of pushes it over the edge.
Could beat me over the head and steal my lunch money, kind of like the San Atlantic.
What is with you and lunch money being stolen after you've been beaten?
I'm really tired today.
21 Pilots released a new single, Choker.
21 fat shits.
That's so lazy, dude.
21 fat stinky poopies.
Oh my god. This single is a song. It is a song that was put out by 21 Pilots, and it is a song.
So unfortunately, 21 Pilots is in the middle of an album cycle. And typically I would say that and be like, wow, I just fucking hate everything 21 Pilots put out so far. But Gloria and I have had disagreeing opinions, and we'll continue to have disagreeing opinions on everything in 21
switched,
Pilots.
Actually, because I used to be the pilot defender.
Yeah.
And then you were defending them for Shy Away.
Yeah.
Shy Away. I was trying to. Yeah.
So now the roles have switched, and I don't think Gloria and I will ever agree on a 21 Pilots opinion ever again.
Except this one.
Unless I wind up hating it. I like this song.
Ew!
Oh my god.
It's so gross though. It's so bland.
I like what 21 Pilots is doing because I hated everything that they were doing before this. I hated the experimental alt rap scream bullshit
that's literally
Tyler
what they
Joseph
did in this
was doing.
Except the scream.
This was just better than what they've put out so far. Honestly, I haven't liked a single thing they've put out, and for some reason these songs are clicking, and I don't know why.
They're clicking.
I said clicking. You just glitched at the same time as I said that.
No, I'm clique.
I hate you.
It's the clique.
That was awful. Yeah. Awful. That was worse than all the other jokes I've made tonight.
But smarter.
Yeah. Not as low hanging as mine were. No. But I don't know what's going on and what's clicking. Because it's awful. Because shut up, stop. Because like obviously we all know Tyler Joseph, Stinky Poopy Man.
Platform Man, Stinky
Poopy. And obviously after Tyler Joseph goes off the deep end on Twitter.com is when I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Again.
They kind of do be smacking.
Tyler Joseph becomes problematic, and Shane's like, wait a second, maybe their music isn't so bad.
Okay, but like I tried after Shy Away came out, I tried listening to Trench 3 or 4 times and got about 2 songs in before I said I have to turn this shit off.
Well, you like Jumpsuit. You don't Levitate because that's all rap.
I'm able to get past Jumpsuit, and then I forced myself to get past Levitate, and even once I got past Levitate I was just like, I can't fucking do this. There's just something about it that I don't like, and I never have, and they took that aspect away by making it super bland and generic, and my brain's like, that's good.
So
I've always liked the radio singles because that's what this entire album is.
So, like dude, I finally cracked the code when I listened to it for the first time. I don't know when. It was probably Friday, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But when I listened to it for the first time, I was like, dude, I know why I hate their stuff now. They're not screaming anymore. He hasn't screamed in these two songs yet. Maybe he didn't Shy Away and I just can't remember, but he hasn't screamed. And I'm like, dude, that's what makes 21 Pilots 21 Pilots. Also, them rapping, claiming it isn't rap though, because this is not rap, this is not hip hop. He made it up. It's his own thing.
Oh,
This
okay.
wasn't a thing
I didn't know
him.
that Tyler Joseph invented rap.
No, it's not rap, Shane.
Sorry. Invented a subgenre of rap called not rap. But I mean, that's another thing is like you just said, I don't remember anything from Shy Away.
I don't remember anything.
That's the other thing is that they took away the scream and then said we're gonna make the most generic bland shit. And the clicky said, like, "Oh fuck yeah,
that's good. That's some good stuff there."
So yeah,
Zari's in the chat saying that Tyler did scream in the background vocals of Shy Away. I just don't think I listened that close to it to pick that up. But that is good that he's still kind of like layering it in there. It's just it doesn't hit when he's like in the background screaming. It has to be like up front and center, like in Goner.
Well, when the song when that song came out, when Shy Away came out, you listened to half of it, said, "Oh, this sucks," and then never listened to it again. So to be fair.
It's just, and also I would like to point out the end part. It's Atticus. I think it was Atticus. He said that the end bit reminded him of Self-Titled, and I've
seen that comparison a couple times. Yeah,
and I'm like, I can kind of see how that is, but it's just slow rapping. Like Self-Titled is more
rap,
like
though.
Rainy, and it's like slow Tyler Josephing.
Yeah, Thank you.
And it's just like. I kind of see the comparison, but it doesn't have like that soft piano or harsh piano sometimes. Or I'm pretty sure they put like violins on there once. I don't know what they were doing on that album. They were doing whatever. I don't think it was violins. It was some other instrument there, strings. So it's just like I kind of see the comparison, but it's just really just slow Tyler Josephing. It's not like anything. It didn't click in my head when I listened to it. I wasn't like, oh, this is Self-Titled banger. It was just kind of like, why are you going so slow? Pick up the pace, dude. But yeah, that was it. I hate 21 Pilots.
Yeah, I mean, at least that album comes out on the same day as Greatest Hits, so by the time I get around to it, it'll be like Monday of that week. So that's sick. Attack Attack dropped a song that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I can't. It's a long ass word, but this is leagues better than All My Life.
This is leagues better than Kawaii Cowboys.
No, Kawaii Cowboys is easily the best song they've put out, Glory.
Ever.
By
far.
Ever.
I think I agree with you on that. Crabcore? No. Kawaii Cowboy Core? Yes.
So true.
So true.
But in terms of real music that Attack Attack has put out since they came back.
Are you saying it's not real music?
I'm saying that it's its own genre called not music. Kind of how Tyler Joseph has his own genre called not rap.
Oh, Tyler Josephing.
Yes.
You mean.
But I enjoyed this song a lot. I've been listening to a shit ton of Attack Attack lately. Their self-titled album has just been
Isn't it like a Sexual Chocolate Man? Isn't
Sexual
it like
Man
song?
Chocolate.
Sorry.
And they've got a song called Turbo Swag that fucks a little too hard for a song named Turbo Swag.
That always cracks me up because I see if you're listening to stuff on like the site on Discord, I'm like, oh, what's Shane listening to right now?
Same shit, always.
And it's just Turbo Swag. And I'm like, not again.
Turbo Swag.
Not again, dude.
I got fucking Ethan to listen to it.
I know, I saw. I was like, no, you're corrupting Ethan.
Well, it's not very hard to corrupt Ethan. They'll just listen to whatever everyone else is listening to. So I was listening to Turbo Swag, and they started listening to Turbo Swag. This shit goes hard, man.
Ethan, run.
No, don't run. This shit's really good.
It's not.
Dark Side's great. Turbo Swag. Hashtag Turbo Swag.
Oh my god. No Love for the Middle Child and Set It Off put out a new single, Older. Oh, this was pretty good.
This song was pretty fucking good.
I liked it.
I thought that the two bands meshed well together. And I'm glad to see that Set It Off is finally doing shit.
They're awake.
They had a pretty quiet 2020.
Which is surprising because everybody was awake in 2020.
Well, they kind of got the tours that they were still supporting the album for 2019, and then kind of got those tours yanked for obvious reasons. Had put out all of the the panini,
when did that
the
happen?
pork chop that we're in right now.
Pork chop. I haven't heard that one yet.
So, but they and then they had put out all the songs from After Midnight out before the panini, because they were still on tour at that point, and we're anticipating a year of touring, obviously. So they were just kind of silent for most of 2020, outside of the live stream show that they did at the end of the year. So it was nice to see that they're back. I hope that we get a full album from them this year.
That'd be cool. They're the Killer in the Mirror people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. He sounds like the singer. He in that song. I said it before, and I think the chat was just busy, so nobody acknowledged it. When you hear that song, do you hear Patrick Stump? Because the singer sounds like Patrick Stump to me in that song.
It's been so long since I've listened.
You need to listen to it, and you need to think this is Patrick Stump, because it sounds like Patrick Stump, and I'm like, what the heck?
I'm trying to play it back in my head, but it's been so long since I've listened to Midnight.
It's so weird. Like, it's just the one song. I haven't listened to the whole album. I just know Killer in the Mirror because Rayanne was like, listen to this song, and I was like, okay, and I was like, oh, this is actually
but you should listen to the whole album. I haven't listened to much Set It Off outside of that record, but I think you should listen to that full album because shit bangs. And I'm pretty sure Jaden from WithCon, he told us, didn't he, like, co-write some of it?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to it now. That gives me a reason to listen to it.
That's how you sell shit to Glory. You tell her Jaden from WithCon
Jaden from With Confidence did something with it? Yes. All right. Never... Oh.
I want to introduce the Never Loved. First, happy birthday, Cam. I'm pretty sure it's Cam's birthday today. If not, happy birthday anyway.
Yeah.
And Never
Every
Loved
day's your birthday.
Dropped the single Autumn, the song that everyone on Never Loved Stan Twitter has been waiting for. And this is the only time where I can understand that the slow song was dropped as a single.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously everyone and their mother wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So I thought the song was pretty good, though. I can't talk about context of the record, even though we've already heard it.
I'm just going to reference the record, actually, yeah.
So, as a standalone, I mean, it's a slow song.
It's amazing.
It's
in the context of the album, though, it's even better.
Yeah, the context of the album, though.
The album, so good. It is.
Album comes out in 2 weeks. We can talk about it then.
I can't wait. The Main did a cover of "Thanks for the Memories" by Fall Out Boy. Everybody knows Fall Out Boy. I thought this was unexpected. I don't think I was the biggest fan of their take on it, but like, it's there. It's there.
The Main are clearly bored. I think that what the Main should have done is just recorded a bunch of original music and then
put it out,
and then not have slotted this album for July of 2021. So they're just like trying to stay busy and putting shit out.
Yeah,
they've been doing a shit ton of live streams and whatnot. But I didn't like this cover very much, and their cover of Watermelon Sugar just kind of sounded like Watermelon Sugar. Like there was not really much to it. Kind of sounded like Motionless in White's cover of Somebody Told Me.
Yeah, it's just copy and paste. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Because I think that song came on, and I was like, okay, wait, why did Harry Styles come on in the middle of fucking whatever radio I was listening to that wasn't like Fall Out Boy radio? Why the fuck did Harry Styles just come on?
Oh my god, yeah.
But this song was just like they stripped it down, and I never thought that I would hear acoustic Thanks for the Memories. And then they said, here's acoustic Thanks for the Memories, and it's not something I ever wanted or needed.
No.
And it's not like that realization that's like, oh, I needed this, but I didn't know I needed it. This was, oh, I know I didn't need this, and after hearing it, I still know I didn't need this. So I just think that they should put the album out before July, so that we don't keep on getting these covers. Yeah. No, just put it out early. You have your own record label. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So,
you're right. Just put it out early. Why are you waiting?
Unity TX and Erica Kent dropped a cover of Crybaby. Isn't it that Megan Thee Stallion song? I had to look it up.
Megan Thee Stallion and I think Da Baby.
Da Baby, yo!
I don't know. No, there are two babies. My Spotify here.
Let's go. Anyways, while Glory does that, this song I like.
It's
this
Da Baby.
Cover. Da Baby, let's go.
Because there's Da Baby and Da Baby.
Okay.
I get them mixed up all the time.
There's so many babies out.
Too many babies. Why are all these babies rapping?
But I enjoyed.
You got No reaction.
Nope. I did enjoy this cover. I didn't know it was a cover when I listened to it, but I enjoyed it. And I looked at their Spotify. I was like, wow, they haven't put out anything since 2019. So
No,
it's
you guys
nice.
need to drop something.
It's nice to
Come on
see
the
that they're finally
pod.
starting to put some shit out.
Yeah.
Even if it's just covers for the time being.
Yeah.
Anticipating hopefully maybe a full length this year.
Mhm.
Hopefully
Please?
maybe.
Because your music's really good. I listened to, I think it was an EP that you put out.
Yeah,
And it
whatever's
was
on
really good.
Spotify.
So please come back and come on the podcast.
Yeah, it's so true,
That's all I
Bessie.
gotta
It's so
say.
true.
This cover was really, really good. I've listened to the original. Obviously, I can't believe you haven't listened to the original. I've heard it like a million times.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not like on pop culture side of Twitter, and I avoid pop culture and everything that every major pop star is doing. So like, there's quite the possibility that I've heard the song in passing, but I don't go out of my way to like listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean, you should though. She's really good.
I
It's
just
not
think
your. It's not your
it's
type.
not my
I don't
type
think you
of
want
thing
to
either.
listen.
I just think that the baby is fucking hilarious.
The baby.
The baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
that's the only thing that I follow on that side of the world.
Just the baby.
Shit's
That's
hilarious.
It's amazing. I thought this was really good. I liked your take on it, and I'm gonna revisit it 100%. I'm probably gonna put it on when my Spotify decides to be alive again, because right now it won't open.
Baby,
So,
let's
yeah.
go.
Oh.
We got a Twitter. We make the baby jokes. It's good_noise_cast. We got an Instagram. It's Good Noise Podcast. We don't make the baby jokes over there. We got a Facebook. It's Good
I'll
Noise
put one
Pod.
on the story. I'll just put the baby.
Da
It'll
baby.
be like a black screen, and it'll just be the baby.
The baby for the
I'll do
30
that.
people that see our Instagram story. The Facebook is Good Noise Pod. You'll see the baby over there as well, because Instagram and Facebook cross post. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Spotify, it's Good Noise Podcast. Every single streaming platform on the face of the earth is Good Noise Podcast. Bandcamp is goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Give us your money.
Yep. Wait. Give me 2 seconds.
Don't forget to add our newest Patreon on there.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Onto that list of
I think I
people.
could scroll down on my phone.
The baby, let's go.
Here we go. Okay. Thank you to our Patreons, my brother, my uncle, Matt from Pulses, Eric, and Jeremy. Thank you guys. That's all I have to say about that. You guys are sick. You guys are now POG.
Officially
Certified.
POG'd.
Certified POG.
Certified POG.
Oh god, what's happening in the world? I've been off of Twitter a lot recently because I go on and I see people being racist and I'm like, that's enough for today. So then I just log off.
Fair.
Let's see. India. Okay, COVID's horrible in India right now. So if you can, please donate to GoFundMe's because they're suffering over there. And I see it's not like all over my timeline because people want to talk about like Harry Styles, a picture from like 5 years ago, and be like, oh my god, let's talk about this instead of spreading information about people that are in harm and dying and suffering. Let's talk about this one picture from 8 years ago when he was a little tiny baby. And I'm like, this is I don't care about this.
Harry Styles more like tiny little piss baby.
Tiny little. Well, no, I like Harry still, but but please just spread information. Twitter's cool to use as like a platform to talk about things that you like, but there are also information that you do need to spread if you are on there. Not need to, but like it's appreciated when you spread information on how to help. You don't have to donate, but it's still good to push it along on your account, so then maybe somebody will see it and be like, I can donate. I have the money to donate. So, like, that's good. Please just do that. I don't have the money at the moment to donate, but when I get paid, hopefully this what day is it? This Saturday? I'm going to try and donate. So yeah, just whenever you get the chance, if you can, if you have the money to spare, please just donate to some GoFundMe's and stuff because it really sucks over there. And yeah, I think they broke like a couple records that the US had for COVID cases and like COVID like bad stuff. So that says a lot in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wear a mask, get your vaccine if you can. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate, and don't be racist. Don't be ignorant. There you go. That's a good one. Don't be ignorant, please. God. I hate Twitter. I'm leaving Twitter. I'm deactivating both of the accounts. My personal and Good Noise podcast. And then I'm gonna hack into Shane's and I'm gonna deactivate his too.
I have not been terminally online except for today.
Yeah.
So I've been staying off the hell site.
Dude, it's so scary over there, man.
I'm just like, that's why we've been super inactive, because Corey and I are both staying off the hell site currently.
It's just Instagram is so much better because I don't like something, I just unfollow. I don't see anything like that ever again. With Twitter, my mutuals follow them and then they follow them, and it's a web. Everybody, it just continues to get back on my front page. So I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I quit.
Well, I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise, the Baby Cast. We'll see you guys
good.
next week.
That was a good one.
Let's go!
Let's go!